Life is a precious gift, my friends. It's the most valuable asset you'll ever possess. But here's the million-dollar question. Are you making the most of it? Look around you. What do you see? People rushing through their days, chasing after things that don't really matter. They're caught up in the rat race, running on a treadmill that's going nowhere fast. And let me tell you something. That's no way to live. Now, I want you to do something for me. I want you to stop for a moment. Take a deep breath and ask yourself this: am I truly living or am I just existing? You see, there's a big difference between the two. Living means growing, learning, and becoming the best version of yourself. Existing, well, that's just passing time until the clock runs out. I'm here today to light a fire under you, to shake you out of your complacency and show you what's possible when you decide to focus on yourself and stop wasting your precious time. Let's start with a hard truth. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is going to hand you success on a silver platter. If you want to change your life, you've got to do it yourself. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but I'm too busy. I've got bills to pay, mouths to feed, responsibilities to take care of. And you're right, life is demanding. But here's the kicker. It's demanding for everyone. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't the hand they're dealt. It's how they play their cards. So let's talk about how you can start playing your cards right. It all begins with focusing on yourself. And I don't mean that in a selfish way. I'm talking about investing in your personal growth, your skills, your knowledge. You see, back in my day, we didn't have all these fancy gadgets and gizmos. We had to rely on good old-fashioned hard work and determination. And you know what? That's still the secret sauce to success. But here's the thing. Hard work without direction is like a ship without a rudder. You might be moving, but you're not going anywhere specific. That's why it's crucial to have a clear vision of what you want to achieve. Ask yourself, where do I want to be in 5 years, 10 years? What kind of person do I want to become? What impact do I want to make on the world? These aren't easy questions to answer, but they're necessary, because once you have a clear destination in mind, you can start charting your course to get there. Now, let's talk about time. Time is the great equalizer. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. It doesn't matter if you're a billionaire or barely making ends meet. You've got 24 hours, just like everyone else. The question is, how are you using those hours? Are you spending them watching mindless entertainment, scrolling endlessly through your phone, gossiping about people who aren't even a part of your life? Or are you investing that time in yourself? Are you reading books that expand your mind? Are you learning new skills that can advance your career? Are you building relationships that lift you up and push you to be better? Remember, every minute you spend is a minute you'll never get back, so make it count. Now, I'm not saying you need to be productive every single second of the day. That's not realistic, and it's not healthy. We all need time to relax and recharge. But there's a big difference between intentional rest and mindless time wasting. When you rest, make it count. Do something that truly rejuvenates you. Spend time in nature. Have a deep conversation with a loved one. Engage in a hobby that brings you joy. These activities aren't a waste of time. They're investments in your well-being. But be honest with yourself about how you're spending your leisure time. Are you really relaxing, or are you just numbing yourself? You see, many people use entertainment as an escape. They're not happy with their lives, so they lose themselves in fictional worlds or other people's drama. But that's not a solution. It's just a temporary distraction. Instead of escaping from your life, why not work on creating a life you don't need to escape from? Brings me to another crucial point. Personal responsibility. You've got to own your life. All of it. The good, the bad, and it's easy to blame others for our problems. To point fingers at the economy, the government, our boss, our parents. But here's the hard truth. As long as you're blaming others, you're giving away your power. When you take responsibility for your life, something magical happens. You realize that if you have the power to create your problems, you also have the power to solve them. Did you make some bad financial decisions in the past? Own it. Then educate yourself about personal finance and start making better choices. Are you unhappy with your job? take responsibility for your career, start learning new skills, network with people in the industry you want to break into, create opportunities for yourself instead of waiting for them to fall into your lap. Is your health not where you want it to be? Stop making excuses and start making changes. Small, consistent steps in the right direction can lead to massive transformations over time. Remember, success is not about avoiding failures. It's about learning from them and using those lessons to propel yourself forward. Now, let's talk about goals. Setting goals is crucial, but it's not enough. You need to have a system in place to achieve those goals. Think about it this way. Your goals are your destination, but your daily habits are the vehicle that gets you there. You can have the most amazing destination in mind, but if your vehicle is broken down, you're not going anywhere. So what does your daily routine look like? Are you setting yourself up for success or sabotaging yourself before you even begin? Start small. Choose one habit that will move you closer to your goals and commit to it for 30 days. It could be reading for 15 minutes every morning, exercising for 20 minutes a day, or writing down 3 things you're grateful for before bed. These might seem like small actions, but don't underestimate the power of consistency. Small actions repeated day after day can lead to massive results over time. It's like planting a tree. You don't see results immediately. You have to water it, nurture it, protect it from the elements. And for a long time, it might seem like nothing's happening. But beneath the surface, roots are growing, strength, and one day, you look up and realize you got a mighty oak, where once there was just a tiny. Your personal growth works the same way. The daily actions you take might not seem significant in the moment, but over time they compound. They shape your character, your skills, your opportunities. Now, let's address something that holds many people back. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of the unknown. Fear is a natural part of the human experience. But here's the thing, courage isn't the absence of fear. It's action in the face of fear. The most successful people in the world aren't fearless. They feel fear just like everyone else. The difference is they don't let that fear paralyze them. They use it as fuel. When you feel afraid, that's a sign that you're stepping out of your comfort zone. And that's where growth happens. Embrace that feeling. Let it energize you. Remember, on the other side of your fear is everything you've ever wanted. Your dreams, your goals, the life you envision for yourself. It's all waiting for you. But you've got to be willing to push through the discomfort to get there. Now, I want to talk about something that's often overlooked in discussions about success. Your environment. The people you surround yourself with, the information you consume, the places you spend your time, all of these have a profound impact on your mindset and your actions. As the saying goes, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So take a good look at your inner circle. Are these people lifting you up or dragging you down? Are they supportive of your goals or dismissive of them? Do they inspire you to be better or encourage you to settle for less? If you find that your current environment isn't conducive to your growth, it's time to make some changes. This doesn't mean you have to cut people out of your life completely, but you might need to limit your exposure to negative influences and seek out more positive ones. Join a mastermind group of like-minded individuals who are committed to personal growth. Attend seminars and workshops where you can learn from experts in your field. Seek out mentors who have achieved what you want to achieve. Remember, your growth doesn't happen in a vacuum. It's influenced by the world around you. So create an environment that nurtures your aspirations rather than stifles them. Now let's talk about something that's absolutely crucial to your success: continuous learning. In today's rapidly changing world, if you're not learning, you're falling behind. But here's the beautiful thing about learning. It's more accessible than ever before. You don't need to enroll in a fancy university or spend a fortune on courses. There's a wealth of knowledge available at your fingertips. Read books, listen to podcasts, watch educational videos, take online courses, attend workshops and seminars. The opportunities for learning are endless. But don't just consume information passively. Apply what you learn. Knowledge without action is like having a library of books but never opening them. It's potential that's never realized. When you learn something new, ask yourself, how can I use this in my life? How can this help me achieve my goals? Then take action on those insights. Remember, education is not something that stops when you finish school. It's a lifelong journey. The most successful people in the world are perpetual students. They're always hungry for new knowledge, new skills, new perspectives. Develop that same hunger for learning. Let curiosity drive you. Be open to new ideas. Challenge your existing beliefs. That's how you grow. That's how you evolve. Now, I want to address something that might be holding some of you back, the need for perfection. Let me tell you something, perfection is a myth. It's an illusion that keeps you stuck, prevents you from taking action, and robs you of valuable learning experiences. Instead of striving for perfection, strive for progress. Embrace the concept of good enough to start. Because here's the truth, you can always improve as you go along. But you can't improve something that doesn't exist. So many people have brilliant ideas, amazing talents, incredible potential. But they never share it with the world because they're waiting for everything to be perfect. Don't fall into that trap. Start where you are, with what you have. Take imperfect action, learn from the results, adjust your approach, and keep moving forward. Remember, every expert was once a beginner. Every successful person started somewhere. The difference is they were willing to be bad at something long enough to become good at it. Now let's talk about resilience, because let me tell you, the road to success is not a smooth, straight path. It's full of twists and turns, ups and downs, obstacles and setbacks. You're going to face challenges. You're going to encounter failures. You're going to have days when you want to give up. That's not a possibility. It's a certainty. But here's the thing. Those challenges, those failures, those tough days, they're not meant to break you. They're meant to make you. They're opportunities for growth, for learning, for becoming stronger. Resilience isn't about avoiding difficulties. It's about bouncing back from them. It's about using those experiences as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. When you face a setback, don't ask, why me? Ask, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to become better, stronger, wiser? Develop a growth mindset. See challenges as opportunities. View failures as feedback. Embrace difficulties as chances to prove your strength and determination. Remember, diamonds are formed under pressure. Steel is forged in fire. And your character is shaped by the challenges you overcome. Now, I want to talk about something that's absolutely crucial to your success and happiness. Gratitude. In our pursuit of more money, more success, more recognition, it's easy to lose sight of what we already have. But gratitude is like a magic key that unlocks contentment and fuels motivation. It might seem paradoxical, but being grateful for what you have actually propels you towards achieving more. Why? Because gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in your life. It changes your energy from one of scarcity to one of plenty. And that positive energy attracts more positive experiences into your life. Start each day by listing 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. Maybe it's the warm sun on your face, a kind word from a friend, or the simple fact that you're alive and have another day to pursue your dreams. This simple practice can dramatically shift your perspective and set a positive tone for your entire day. But don't stop there. Practice gratitude throughout your day. When you face a challenge, be grateful for the opportunity to grow. When you achieve a goal, be grateful for the journey that got you there. When you interact with others, be grateful for the role they play in your life. Gratitude isn't just about feeling good. It's about recognizing the good that's already present in your life. And when you do that, you open yourself up to even more goodness. Meditations. Now let's talk about something that's often overlooked in discussions about success, the importance of balance. In our drive to achieve our goals, it's easy to become obsessed, to push ourselves to the brink of burnout. But here's the truth. Sustainable success isn't about working yourself to the bone. It's about finding harmony between different areas of your life. Your health, your relationships, your personal growth, your career, your spirituality. All these aspects of your life are interconnected. Neglect one and the others will suffer. So, as you pursue your goals, make sure you're taking care of yourself holistically. Eat nutritious food, get enough sleep, exercise regularly, nurture your relationships, feed your mind with positive inputs, take time for relaxation and fun. Remember, success isn't just about achieving your goals, it's about enjoying the journey and becoming the best version of yourself in the process. Now, I want to address something that holds many people back. The fear of what others think. We live in a world where everyone has an opinion, and it's easy to get caught up in trying to please everyone. But here's the hard truth. You can't please everyone, and more importantly, you shouldn't try to. Your life is yours to live. Your dreams are yours to pursue. Your path is yours to walk. Don't let the opinions of others deter you from your course. Sure, it's good to consider advice from those who have your best interests at heart. But at the end of the day, you're the one who has to live with the consequences of your decisions. So make those decisions based on what you believe is right, not on what others expect of you. Remember, those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. The people who truly care about you will support your dreams, even if they don't fully understand them. And here's something else to consider. The most successful people in history were often ridiculed or dismissed before they achieved their breakthroughs. They had the courage to pursue their vision despite the naysayers. So, develop a thick skin. Let criticism roll off you like water off a duck's back. Use constructive feedback to improve, but don't let negative opinions derail you from your path. Your uniqueness is your strength. Your different perspective, your particular set of skills and experiences, that's what will set you apart. Don't dilute that uniqueness in an attempt to fit in or please others. Now, let's talk about the power of focus. In today's world, we're bombarded with distractions. There's always something vying for our attention, pulling us away from what's truly important. But here's the thing. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. And where your energy... So you've got to guard your focus like it's the most precious resource you have. Because in many ways, it is... Start by identifying your priorities. What are the most important goals you want to achieve? What are the key areas of your life you want to improve? Once you've identified these priorities, align your daily actions with them. Ask yourself regularly, is what I'm doing right now moving me closer to my goals, or is it just a distraction? Learn to say no to things that don't align with your priorities. This isn't always easy. We often say yes to things out of obligation or fear of missing out. But remember, every time you say yes to something that's not important, you're saying no to something that is. Develop the habit of deep work. Set aside blocks of time where you can focus intensely on your most important tasks without interruptions. Turn off notifications. Find a quiet space. Give your full attention to the task at hand. And here's a crucial point. Focus isn't just about your actions. It's also about your thoughts. Your mind is like a powerful computer. The questions you ask it determine the answers you get. So, focus your thoughts on solutions, not problems. On opportunities, focus your thoughts on solutions, not problems. On opportunities, not obstacles. On what you can do, not what you can't. Remember, what you focus on expands. So focus on the good, the positive, the possible. That doesn't mean ignoring challenges or difficulties. It means approaching them with a mindset of how can I overcome this, rather than why is this happening to me? Now, let's talk about something that's absolutely crucial to your success. Taking action. You see, knowledge is power, but only when it's applied. You can read all the books, attend all the seminars, have all the great ideas in the world, but if you don't take action, nothing changes. I've seen so many people get stuck in what I call analysis paralysis. They're always planning, always preparing, always waiting for the perfect moment to start. But let me tell you something, that perfect moment, it doesn't exist. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. The same applies to your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. Don't wait for the perfect conditions. Create them through your actions. Start small if you need to. Take one step, however tiny, towards your goals every single day. Those small steps add up over time. They create momentum. And momentum, my friends, is a powerful force. Remember, you don't have to see the whole staircase to take the first step. Just take that step. Then the next one, and the next one after that. Before you know it, you'll have climbed higher than you ever thought possible. Now, I want to address something that holds many people back. The fear of failure. But here's a perspective shift for you. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of success. Every successful person you admire has failed, probably more times than you can imagine. The difference is they didn't let those failures stop them. They used them as stepping stones. You see, failure is just feedback. It's information. It tells you what doesn't work, which brings you one step closer to finding out what does work. So, don't be afraid to fail. Be afraid of not trying. Be afraid of staying in your comfort zone, watching life pass you by while you play it safe. Embrace failure as a teacher. When you fail, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to do better next time? This shift in perspective turns every failure into a valuable lesson. Remember, the only real failure is giving up. As long as you keep going, keep learning, keep growing, you haven't failed, you're just on the path to success. Now, let's talk about the power of your words. The language you use, both when talking to others and in your internal dialogue, shapes your reality. If you constantly tell yourself, I can't do this or this is too hard, guess what? Your subconscious mind believes you. It starts looking for evidence to support those statements. And before you know it, you've created a self-fulfilling prophecy. On the flip side, if you use empowering language like I can figure this out or I'm up for this challenge, your mind starts looking for ways to make those statements true. So be mindful of your words. Speak to yourself with kindness and encouragement the way you would speak to a dear friend. Use language that empowers you, that lifts you up, that pushes you forward. And it's not just about the words you say to yourself, it's also about the words you speak into the world. Your words have power. They can inspire, encourage, and motivate others. Use them wisely. Make it a habit to speak words of kindness, of gratitude, of positivity. Not in a fake, superficial way, but genuinely. Look for the good in situations and in people and express it. You'll be amazed at how this simple practice can transform your relationships and your environment. Now, I want to talk about something that's absolutely crucial to your success and happiness. In a gridry, in a world where it sometimes seems like anything goes, where people are willing to cut corners and compromise their values for quick gains, integrity might seem old-fashioned. But let me tell you, it's more important than ever. Integrity means doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. It means staying true to your values, even when it's difficult. It means keeping your promises, especially the ones you make to yourself. You see, success without integrity is hollow. It might bring you temporary gains, but it won't bring you lasting fulfillment. And in the long run, it's not sustainable. When you live with integrity, you build trust. Trust with others, yes, but more importantly, trust with yourself. You know that you can count on yourself to do what you say you'll do. And that self-trust is the foundation of confidence and self-esteem. Integrity also simplifies your life. When you're always honest, you don't have to remember what lies you've told. When you always do your best, you don't have to worry about cutting corners or covering your tracks. You can sleep peacefully at night, knowing you've lived in alignment with your values. So, make integrity your cornerstone. Let it guide your decisions and actions. It might not always be the easiest path, but it's always the right one. Now, let's talk about the power of habits. You see, our lives are essentially the sum of our habits, the small decisions we make and actions we take day after day, week after week, year after year. It's easy to underestimate the impact of these small actions. But here's the thing. Just as tiny drops of water can carve through solid rock, Over time, your daily habits shape your life, your character, your destiny. The key is to focus on developing positive habits that move you towards your goals. Start small. Choose one habit you want to develop and commit to it for 30 days. It could be reading for 15 minutes each morning, exercising for 20 minutes a day, or writing down 3 things you're grateful for before bed. The specific habit doesn't matter as much as the consistency, because here's the magic of habits. Once they're established, they happen automatically. You don't have to rely on willpower or motivation. It just becomes part of who you are and what you do. As you develop these positive habits, they create a compound effect. Just like compound interest in finance, small, consistent actions compound over time to produce remarkable results. Remember, you don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. So create systems, daily habits and routines that support your goals and aspirations. Now, I want to address something that's becoming increasingly important in our fast-paced worlds. The ability to adapt and be flexible. The only constant in life is change, and the rate of change is accelerating. Those who succeed in this environment aren't necessarily the strongest or the smartest. They're the ones who can adapt the quickest. The ones who are willing to let go of what's not working and embrace new ways of thinking and doing. This doesn't mean changing your core values or abandoning your long-term goals. It means being willing to adjust your strategies, to learn new skills, to step out of your comfort zone when necessary. Cultivate a mindset of curiosity and openness. Be willing to question your assumptions and challenge your existing beliefs. Seek out new experiences and perspectives. The more adaptable you become, the more resilient you'll be in the face of change and uncertainty. Remember, it's not the species that's strongest or most intelligent that survives, but the one most responsive to change. The same principle applies to success in any area of life. Now, let's talk about the power of visualization. Your mind is an incredibly powerful tool, and one of the most effective ways to harness its power is through visualization. Athletes use this technique all the time. Before a big game or race, they visualize themselves performing at their best, achieving their goals, and you know what? It works. Studies have shown that visualization can improve performance almost as much as physical practice. But visualization isn't just for athletes. It's a tool anyone can use to move closer to their goals. Whether you're preparing for a job interview, working towards a fitness goal, or building a business, visualization can help. Here's how it works. Spend a few minutes each day visualizing yourself achieving your goals. Make it as vivid and detailed as possible. What does success look like? How does it feel? What can you see, hear, smell, taste, touch in this vision of success? The more real you can make it in your mind, the more your subconscious will work to make it a reality. It's like programming your internal GPS. Once you have a clear destination in mind, your subconscious starts looking for ways to get there. But remember, visualization alone isn't enough. It needs to be coupled with action. Use your vision as motivation, as a guide for your daily decisions and actions. Now, I want to talk about something that's often overlooked, but incredibly important: the power of rest and recovery. In our hustle culture, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that more is always better. More work, more effort, more hustle. But here's the truth. Your body and mind need time to rest and recover. Just like a muscle grows stronger during rest after a workout, your mind becomes sharper and more creative when you give it time to recharge. So make rest a priority. Get enough sleep, take regular breaks during your workday, schedule time for activities that rejuvenate you, whether that's reading a book, going for a walk in nature, or spending time with loved ones. And here's something crucial. Learn to be okay with doing nothing sometimes. In our constantly connected world, we often feel guilty if we're not always productive. But sometimes the most productive thing you can do is absolutely nothing. Let your mind wander. Let your thoughts settle. You'll be amazed at the insights and ideas that can come when you give your mind space to breathe. Remember, rest isn't a luxury. It's not something you do after you've achieved all your goals. It's an essential part of the process. It's what allows you to show up fully to bring your best self to your work and your relationships. Now, as we near the end of our time together, I want to circle back to where we started. The importance of focusing on yourself and not wasting your precious time. You see, at the end of the day, you are your most valuable asset. Your mind, your skills, your energy, your time, these are the tools you have to create the life you want. So invest in yourself, nurture yourself, believe in yourself. Don't waste your time on things that don't matter, on people who don't value you, on pursuits that don't align with your values and goals. Your time is limited, and it's the one resource you can never get back. So use it wisely. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Not for others, but for you. Because when you become the best version of yourself, you have more to give to the world. You're able to make a bigger impact, to contribute in more meaningful ways. Remember, success isn't just about achieving external markers like wealth or status. True success is about becoming the person you're capable of being. It's about living up to your potential, about making the most of the talents and opportunities you've been given. So my friends, I challenge you. I challenge you to take control of your life, to stop making excuses and start making progress, to focus on what truly matters and let go of what doesn't, to invest in yourself, to believe in yourself, to push yourself beyond your comfort zone. The journey won't be easy. There will be obstacles, setbacks, moments of doubt. But I promise you, it will be worth it, because on the other side of that journey is the life you've always dreamed of, the person you've always wanted to be. You have greatness within you. You have the power to create an extraordinary life, but that power is activated through your choices, your actions, your habits. It's activated when you decide to focus on yourself and stop wasting your time. So, what will you choose? Will you continue on the path you're on? Or will you choose to step up, to take control, to create the life you truly want? The choice is yours, and I believe in you. I believe you have what it takes to create an amazing life. Now, it's time for you to believe it